Once upon a time, there was a man who was a farmer. One day, he came to see Buddha. Like all of us, he too had some problems in his life, and he thought that the Buddha might be able to help him solve them. He said to Buddha, "Oh Lord, I have some major problems in my life, and I know that only you can help me." Then he continued, "I am a farmer. I like farming. But sometimes it does not rain enough and my crops fail. Other times it rains too much and my crops are destroyed. As a result, my yields are never that I hope for." The Buddha patiently listened to the man. The man went on, "I am married. My wife is good and I love her too. But sometimes she fights with me and nags me too much and I get tired of her." The Buddha continued to listen quietly. Then the farmer said, "I have a son. Sometimes he does not show me enough respect, and sometimes he disobeys me. My wife often supports him instead of me, and that makes me even more angry. I wish they would understand how much I do for them." Then he continued, "I am also tired of my neighbors who constantly gossip about me and spread rumors in the village." He told the Buddha that many people had borrowed money from him and were not returning it. At the same time, he had taken loans from some lenders and was worried about how to repay them. After listing all his troubles, he finally paused and waited for the Buddha to say something that would make everything right for him. The Buddha thought for a moment, then calmly said, "My dear friend, I can't help you. I can't solve your problems." The man was astonished. What? What do you mean?" He became furious. "I thought you were a great teacher." He shouted, "I thought you could help me. If you can't help me, then what good is your teaching?" The Buddha replied patiently, "You see, my friend, everyone has problems in their life. In fact, each of us has exactly 83 problems in our life, and there is nothing we can do to completely avoid them. If you work really hard on one of them, maybe you can fix it. But if you solve one, another one will take its place. And when you fix that one, yet another will arise. You can solve some problems that are within your control, but there are many you can never control, like death, illness, other people's behavior, the rain, or gossip. You cannot solve all 83 problems. But if you can solve your 84th problem, then the first 83 will solve them on their own." "Then please solve my 84th problem," the man pleaded. The Buddha said gently, "First, you need to identify your 84th problem." "What is my 84th problem?" the man asked eagerly. The Buddha replied, "Your 84th problem is that you don't want to have any problem at all. And that, my friend, is the root cause of your misery. You don't want to accept these 83 problems in your life, but that is not possible. Problems will always be part of life. You cannot escape them. But if you can give up the desire to live a life free of problems, then you will truly have no problem at all. Just let go of that expectation and accept life as it comes. That is the only way." After listening to these words of wisdom from Gautam Buddha, the man finally understood that life is never going to be exactly the way we want it to be. Therefore, one must face the challenges of life as they come and try to live with happiness and contentment. If we see in our life, we will find that all of us carry our own set of 83 problems, and we will always have. These can be worries about family, money, work, health, or relationships. things won't always go the way we want. Sometimes people may not behave as we expect. They may be thoughtless or unkind. Mistakes will be made, problems will appear. But when we refuse to accept this reality or blame others for our troubles, we become like that farmer, frustrated and dissatisfied. And then, instead of 83 problems, we end up with 84. Suffering begins when we carry that 84th problem, the expectation that life should be problem-free. That one belief alone creates resistance, stress, anger, and frustration. But the moment we let go of that desire, we start living more peacefully, not because everything suddenly becomes perfect, but because we are no longer fighting reality. This does not mean we should not try to fix what is in our control, but for everything beyond it, we must learn to accept. And in that acceptance, we find clarity, strength, and even joy. So, the next time you feel overwhelmed by life's difficulties, remind yourself of the 84th problem and try to solve that instead of chasing solutions for the other 83.